teenager. Her skin was pale and translucent, like high cloud cover on a fall day, and her head was covered with blonde peach fuzz. It was the way she looked at the sky that caught Will's attention, with total rapture, as if she hadn't ever seen it so blue before, or as if she couldn't believe she was about to go up in it.
"Ready to fly?"
he asked.
"Which plane, Mr. Burke?"
Mimi asked, excited.
"That one,"
he said, pointing at the two-seater Piper Cub.
"We can't all fit?"
Mimi asked, disappointed.
"No, Mimi,"
Meg began.
"Sorry, Mimi,"
Will said.
"The big plane's getting an oil change. If I'd known—"
"You know what, Mimi?"
the woman said eagerly.
"Why don't you go up for me?" "It's your birthday flight," Mimi said. "It was my idea, and we want you to go."
"Happy birthday,"
Will said to the woman.
"Thank you."
Again that expression of amazement, as if she had never been so happy. She stared at him directly, and he had that shock he felt when coming upon a person he knew from somewhere, hardly at all, but who has undergone a drastic change of appearance. A weight gain or loss, a different hairstyle, a drop in health. He had seen this woman around town, looking quite different. Then, for some strange reason, he pointed at the sky.
"Ready?"
he asked.
"I am,"
she said.
"Let's go,"
he said. Then, speaking to Mimi in a voice he tried to keep from sounding overly hopeful, he said,
"Hey, Susan's in the office. She'd be glad to see you."
Secret's dad had brought her to the airport. Her allergies were out of control, and the school nurse had tried to call her mother, but of course she wasn't home. So Secret had told her to call Burke Aviation and ask for Will. Her father would definitely pick her up. And he had. She'd felt better almost immediately upon reaching the airport, but there was no point in going back to school. The day was almost over. She slouched at his desk, painting her nails. Craning her neck, she could just see the action outside through the big window. Mimi and her mom and their friend were standing by the landing strip, talking to him. Of all the kids Secret babysat for, Mimi was the best. She was a nice little kid. She listened to her parents, never tried to get Secret to pierce her ears in weird places, and wanted to be a veterinarian when she grew up. She had dreams and goals. She knew there was more to life than Emma Turnley, the only school in this one-horse town, just as Secret herself did.
"Hi, Susan,"
Mimi said, bursting through the door.
"Susan?"
Secret said, barely looking up. "There's no one named Susan here."
"That's right, I forgot,"
Mimi said, grinning.
"Secret, you changed your name. What are you doing?"
"October is the month for witchy doings, and since you know I'm a witch, I'm painting my nails accordingly," Secret said patiently, as if she were explaining something terribly obvious to a dim but cherished friend. She wiggled her fingers at Mimi, casting a spell.
"Wow,"
Mimi said, admiring the artwork. Secret had used India ink and a crow quill pen to paint delicate spider webs on her iridescent pale blue nails. Being right-handed, her left hand was more intricately done, with microscopic spiders clinging to the silken strands.
"You brought that lady here for her plane ride, I see,"
Secret said, looking out the window again. The airport was tiny and there wasn't much activity.
"Was she surprised?" "Very surprised," Mimi said. "I'm glad you suggested it."
Secret said, taking the compliment as her due. She was known for her great surprise and party ideas. Watching the woman walk toward the plane, she noticed a few things. She was too thin, her hair looked terrible, and she had the nicest face Secret had seen in a long time.
"Is that lady really sick?"
she asked.
"She was," Mimi said, "but she's getting better. My mom takes care of lots of people, and for a while she said Sarah was going to die, but now she says she's probably not. I'm really glad, but I don't get it."
"You're too young to get it," Secret said benevolently, although Mimi was older than Secret had been when her brother died. Secret's throat began tickling. Her chest got that heavy feeling, and she reached into her father's top drawer for the inhaler they always kept there. She took a hit.
"Are you okay?"
Mimi asked, always looking so worried when Secret had an attack. This was nothing. Secret had asthma and allergies, and she had first met Mimi because Meg Ferguson had been her nurse. After a really bad attack, when she had stopped breathing and started turning blue, Secret had needed inhalation therapy for a few days, and her mother had called the visiting nurse.
"I'm fine."
"Good thing you have your inhaler." "I didn't have it at school today, so I had to come home early."